is I, Greg, from the Falcon YouTube channel. Yeah, so basically, I got papers here. This was a script I wrote for Doctor Who at some point. Last time it was on here, it was 2017, late 2017. So sometime in the winter. So I haven't looked at this for 3 years now. And this is actually the first script I ever wrote for anything. Like anything. And this kind of reminded me, because I was writing a script for a video today, because I've never written a script for a video. I've kind of just gone with whatever's happened. Like if it's a video game, then I just cut where it sounds nice, and if it's just a random video, I just go for it. But I didn't make a script for this one, so all of this is like ad-lib and improv right now. But this one is not. So this is a Doctor Who script that I wrote back in late 2017. I don't exactly remember what I was going on about, but here it says that I had some side notes up at the top that said, Yaz. Oh yeah, this is also for the 13th Doctor. This isn't like for Big Finish or anything. You know, maybe it could be, but it's meant for the 13th Doctor and all of her companions. So basically I said, Yaz gets sonic earrings. Okay. What else? And then, one of the main characters has superpowers because from an icosahedron he picked up from a secret underground TARDIS wreck. So yeah, this was another one of those stories like with the that one family with the Patrick family and the house with the 11th Doctor. I believe the Doctor's wife? No. The one where the TARDIS became a woman. That one. Basically this was like, oh wow, this could be something to talk about again. But basically, I'm going to go straight to the dialogue. I'm not going to really talk about the camera work. So basically, at the end of this, I will show a screenshot of the script so that you guys can read it for yourself and see what my thought process was. And then if not, you can pretty much just end the video when it fades out. Cool? Alright. But basically, there is a hut where you see a family of 4 preparing dinner. On one side of the room, there's a burly man who is carving meat. A woman directly beside him cutting vegetables. A child sitting around the campfire, around a campfire, and a man that's outside, referred to as Skinny. So we have Dad, Skinny, Mom, the Doctor, Yaz, Ryan, and Graham. It's so hard to write about what? So that would be it's so hard to write about 9 people. Like I really don't understand why Chris Chibnall was deciding that, oh, we need 3 people plus all of the extras. No, 4 people plus all the extras. But anyways, enough about that. It's the script that matters right now. So the dad says, hey son, what took you so long? As he continues cutting meat. This is after the camera's already cut to them doing all that stuff. And then Skinny says, I was stargazing. Dad says, I thought you'd be more productive, like digging more holes like the rest of us, or hunting like the rest of us. Yes, this is my first script. It's not good. But you wait. Skinny says, I don't want to dig. It's all sand. Meaningless, eroded rock. And the game meat in our area barely even exists. Why would I put my effort into something that doesn't exist? Someday we'll dig something up, or maybe find a herd of, I didn't know what to call the creature, so I just said Zabon, or Zebin, or something like that. But this is like, we'll dig something up, or we'll find a herd of Zebin roaming around. And then it says, and then Skinny says, we haven't seen a herd of Zabon in 7 years. That's a long time. They've been surviving off plants. It says, honey, just do what your father says. Also, could you start the fire, please? And that's what the mom said. And then Skinny said, but it hurts. And then Dad says, "You light that fire, or you will climb that mountain again until I tell you to stop. Or maybe your brother will take your place and you could watch." And then basically Skinny says, on the verge of crying, "Fine, fine, I'll do it." And then basically Skinny walks to the unlit campfire in the middle of the room, sits down and closes his eyes, and then a triple helix beam of orange, blue, and white light extends from his hands, lighting the campfire. And that's kind of what I was going to go off of, this being a like a pseudo regeneration, but they're not a Time Lord. Where basically that wreck from that icosahedron and like the TARDIS wreck, basically that would give him like Time Lord regeneration powers, but he can't actually regenerate, and it's actually like killing him. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. All right, and then basically the intro goes to so yeah, the intro goes through, and then the TARDIS materializes horizontally in a parking space. You can see the door of the TARDIS open up and then is forcibly closed. You hear the Doctor yell, "What?" but muffled. The Doctor and friends exit the TARDIS through a large ladder in the order of Graham, Yaz, Ryan, and the Doctor. Graham curiously asks the Doctors, "Why did you have a ladder of that size? Has this happened before?" And then the Doctor said, "Yeah, I had a bit of a mishap on a planet made entirely of tar. And yeah, the TARDIS tipped over before I could get out." Obviously, this would be in their accents and everything, but yeah. And then there's a possible scene of the TARDIS materializing in tar, and then like we could do that, but then it's more of a more telling, not showing, or what, showing, not telling. But then that kind of breaks the rule. But anyways, and then said, "Took me a few days of traveling through the time vortex to get all the gunk off," playing it off as a joke. So Ryan, "So when are we, Doctor?" Then the Doctor says, "Well, why wouldn't you like to know where?" And then I wrote Brian, but it's supposed to be Ryan. And then I said, "Well, this parking lot looks very Earth-like, and those buildings look very Earth-like, so it must be Earth." The Doctor says, "Well, you never know. The universe is really big." And then obviously the Doctor does the whole nose thing. They like smelling deeply. It's like, somewhere in the ballpark of the year 2000 to 2020. And then basically, suddenly, an alarming alarm is heard from the TARDIS. The group turns around suddenly. The TARDIS rights itself and starts to hover. Both TARDIS doors fly open, and the TARDIS flies towards the group and scoops them up through the open doors. Once the group is picked up and sprawled across the control room floor, the TARDIS doors lock shut. And then it says, an overhead system is heard saying, "Unknown interstellar chronon transductor linked to the TARDIS singularity." It's supposed to be like some formal, like official alarm. I don't remember what any of that means. Yeah. And then the Doctor says, "Oh, I've got an overhead speaker system now. I like it." And then it's supposed to be a reference to the other incarnations of the Doctor talking about the TARDIS interior. And this is a rear camera shot outside the TARDIS, shows a beam of light chasing the time machine. The Doctor runs over to the console monitor while Yaz asks what's going on. The Doctor hits a service bell on the console and receives some paper with Gallifreyan writing. And then it says, an unknown energy source has entered the Earth's atmosphere, and based on its calculations, it's coming from an uninhabited planet a few light years from here. Very, very filler kind of talking, but hey, first time. And then the TARDIS rocks. The TARDIS is seen in mid-dematerialization, grabbed by the beam, and rapidly pulled away from Earth. Hold on. And then it says, the camera returns to the family at the hut on the desert planet. A knocking is heard on the door at the hut. Then Skinny, the one with the superpowers, asks everyone to stay behind him. He opens the door to find the Doctor and the group as they rush in, scanning the family down with their sonic screwdriver. Doctor says, all right, which one of you did it? The mom says, did what, miss? I don't know what you're talking about. And then the dad says, you can't just barge in here. What's your name? What authority do you have? And then the doctor says, I'm the doctor, and one of you just crashed my ship. And be like, dun dun. And then it would go into something else. And that's all I wrote. Yeah. I haven't seen this in forever. Well, yeah, that's basically my script. I can definitely see where I was going with it, but it's definitely in just the idea phase, like the workshop phase. But yeah. Oh, and another thing.